As a college student, it's really tough to know which device is right for you, especially with so many types of iPads and so many types of MacBooks. Now in this video, I'm going to make it easier for you. Which device will offer you the best ROI? Hey, name is Tashi. After using these devices for the last 3 years, I'm in my final year in college. You're going to know which device is specifically right for you depending on your major. By the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which device worked the best for me and my lifestyle. Portability. People love the iPad because of how thin it is, right? We love the fact that it is like a notebook, but much more powerful. It is so functional and versatile and portable that it kind of enhances the enjoyment of a powerful device like this. The key fact, it is more portable than a MacBook, and that's why it's a luxurious experience to use it. No matter how Apple tries to make the iPad as powerful as possible with their M chips and their battery life, it's always going to be thinner and more portable than MacBooks because that's what's meant to be. So during my semester-long Mandarin class, I was using the iPad a lot, and I downloaded the app called Notability for note-taking with the Apple Pen. I had to practice a lot of characteristic strokes, and I was moving from class to class. That semester, I didn't really use the MacBook because I didn't really have classes that required me to type a lot, and I needed to do a lot of handwritten notes. My backpack was really light. I felt like Newt from Fantastic Beasts having everything in there because I didn't need extra folders. I didn't need the laptop. I just needed a water bottle and my iPad, and I was moving from class to class. It was very nice. It was a joyful experience, I guess you could say. But that's what you need to keep in mind. The iPad is very powerful, and it's really meant for portability. Now I have the MacBook Pro 14-inch. I went full specs on this. It is the M3 Max chip. Now this 14-inch, I did get a smaller size just so that it's more portable. I'm usually moving a lot. I rather sacrifice the screen real estate to portability just because I have a monitor right here. So the MacBook, however, it's less portable, but it is powerful. If you want to multitask and use powerful softwares that require a lot of RAM. So it's very subjective. Last year I took this class, Python, and I was coding mostly. Now, I did not use the iPad for that class. I needed a laptop. And that time I was using the 15-inch 2019 Intel MacBook Pro. I replaced it recently with this one, but that time I was using that laptop and it was very handy. I am majoring in economics, but I do have a knack for STEM classes, and I do like to learn science. When I was coding, I tried to use the iPad for one of the classes. It was a pain in the ass. I was using touchscreen and selected the wrong words, wrong sentences, and I was mostly typing for that semester. So keep in mind that when you get an iPad, you need to get additional accessories. And yes, just having the iPad is nice. I think browsing Safari or reading news or watching things, but you can't really do much in terms of productivity besides just consumption. So the first accessory you probably need to get is an Apple Pen to write notes. And the other accessory is to get a keyboard accessory. I got the Apple Folio, I believe. Well, you can get the Magic keyboard, or you can get any of the Logitech keyboards. And on top of that, if you want to use it as a laptop, then you probably want to get a mouse too. So there's a lot of other accessories you need to get for the iPad to turn it into a laptop. We have covered both devices in terms of their high strength. So from my own experience, the touchscreen, Apple Pencil, versatility, multimedia capabilities, the camera isn't that bad, the battery life isn't that bad. I guess in the end, the iPad is mainly known for people that prioritize handwritten notes and have classes that don't require you much of typing, don't require you much of using high-end softwares that require more RAM, that require more memory. So that's what I would say. It's pretty much known for people that want to read a lot, people that want to note take a lot, people that want a light to moderate software use, or like people that are studying in humanities or social sciences. I am studying economics. Now, if you like drawing, then you can also get the Procreate app. You have to buy it. It is nice. You could make digital art, and it's pretty powerful actually, to be honest. Now, like I've said before, the MacBook is usually known for its power, and you could do a lot of shit inside this device, even though how small it is. If you are getting any of the M chips for the MacBook, even from M1, right now I have the M3, but even if you get the M1 or M2, it's still a lot more powerful than the Intel chips of the previous generations, and that's why I moved from Intel to the M3 MacBook Pro. Now, if you don't have any of the M MacBook Pros, then maybe it is smart to upgrade it. But if you have an M1 or M2, then going to M3, I don't think it's really that much of a big difference in terms of my own research online. Now, if you're quite geeky and nerdy in terms of using keyboard shortcuts and having snippets and changing your spotlight into Raycast or Alfred, so the MacBook is nice for that. It is a lot faster in terms of productivity, so that is quite handy. You don't need to get much of other accessories besides, I mean, there is a trackpad, there is keyboard inside, and you don't really need a mouse. Now, the battery life of the MacBook is a lot higher than the iPad, and that's something that's really nice. So keep in mind that if you get the MacBook, it will last you a lot longer throughout the day without needing to charge it. But if you have like something small like mine, I don't think it really matters. That I'm sure it doesn't really bother you to bring your chargers, at least in classes or in campus, because it's ports everywhere. So I think a MacBook is ideal for students that are in STEM classes. If you're in engineering, if you are in computer science, if you are editing videos or even journalism, I feel like then the MacBook is right for you. Now for me, I have a hobby of editing videos, even though I am majoring in economics. I also created a comparison table, so I'll just put it on the screen right now if you want to look at it. I would say the MacBook has performance is higher and more suitable for demanding tasks. iPad is high depending on the model, right? If you get the Pro, then it's better, but right, iPad Air. But I haven't had any issues with running applications on the iPad Air. Portability, yes, MacBook is heavier. Yes, you need to get input methods. You do need to get Apple Pencil and a Magic Keyboard to make it into a laptop experience for the iPad. Software compatibility, iPad has a wide variety of apps and some desktop apps, but majority of the apps that you want as a laptop will actually not be there for an iPad, so that could be another consideration to maybe get the laptop instead. Battery life, I don't really had any issues with both of the devices. And yeah, I guess the price, if you get a MacBook, if you get an iPad Air like mine, then it's a lot cheaper than the MacBook. But if you get the Pros, I think there's like a $400 difference, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, what you've been waiting for, I'm going to share you my opinion on which device is best for you. I think at the end, for most college students, even though the iPad is known for its awesome note-taking capabilities and its portability, you probably do want a device that's powerful. And even if you are studying in humanities and social science, I think MacBook is the one to go, even though it's more expensive. It's a powerful device, and I think it will make more use of it than an iPad. And we also know that what really matters in terms of long-term memory is your active recall and spaced repetition, and you can do those both things in your laptop. That's something that I would say I think a laptop people will probably enjoy it more. I did like the feeling like Newt in Fantastic Beasts as an iPad, and you could do that with the laptop, but iPad was pretty cool, but I think it was just cool. It wasn't that useful for me, so that's something to consider in mind. I would say the laptop is probably the best option.